who everyone underestimated. Too small, too quiet, too ordinary. But every day while they laughed, he worked. In the gym, in the books, in the shadows. He knew one truth. Effort beats talent when talent doesn't try. Years later, they asked him how he did it, and he just smiled, because they never saw the grind. It's the quiet hustle that makes the loudest impact.
The compound effect reveals the core essentials responsible for the success of every superachiever you will ever read about. This is the bottom line: not doing 5,000 things really well. Success is doing about a half a dozen things really well 5,000 times.
At least it's frustrated and you feel stressed if you are not working your time on the things that you're supposed to do.
Whatever it is that you're pursuing to achieve or create or express in the world, I think a lot of people back out before that happens. The fact that you've been doing this for a world.
Poe, you taught us who we were meant to be. A father.
A friend. A family.
I love you, Dad. I love you too, son.
Nothing's ever going to be given. Everything's going to be earned. If you don't go out there and put in the work, you don't go out and put in the effort, one, you're not going to get the results. You don't deserve it. You didn't earn it.
Here's the problem. You don't see how the consequences of that small, seemingly insignificant, poor choice in the moment has. In the moment, it doesn't matter at all. You don't have that heart attack. Your face doesn't shrivel up. You're not shoved into the unemployment line. Eyes don't turn thunderous. Oh, but you have done it. You have activated the compound effect. And that choice becomes behavior. And behavior that repeats becomes a habit. It accumulates to calamity, into divorce, into career failure and financial ruin. The good news is the compound effect works in the other direction as well. You don't need to radically make over your life. You don't need to make quantum leaps of change. You don't need to completely overhaul your personality, your character, and your life. Super small, seemingly inconsequential adjustments can and will transform everything.
Unperfect thing and try and make it, but if you don't want to try and be lucky, you can just do so much work that you will brute force your way to figuring it out. Like if you do 1,000 podcasts,
perhaps are very uncomfortable to you, or I'm going to put down a boundary, or I'm going to say no to this and yes to
on yourself. You can make a fortune. Which
Rome wasn't built in a day. Everyone hears that. Also, didn't fall apart overnight either. It took hundreds of...
Now is the best time to start.
So I like to tell people to go back to their early childhood memories of things that really excited them before they got mixed up with parents and teachers and all that, other people telling them stuff.
Because what people don't get is one day that thing's gonna come up. But we don't take a second to realize the purpose is always there. The purpose never leaves us, because the very purpose is you.
But if the why isn't strong, if your goals aren't powerful, if the vision isn't clear, the old prophet said, without a vision we die, without a vision we perish, without a dream we're nothing.
Now is the best time to start.
Not tomorrow. Not next week.
Not until next month.
Not next year. You have to start
Right now.
Get out there and chase your dreams. Find adventure. Fall in love. Take risks.
because trust me, it'll be worth it, I promise.
What are you gonna do, big guy? Sit on me?
Then why didn't you quit? You knew I was trying to get rid of you, yet you stayed.
Yeah, I stayed. I stayed because every time you threw a brick at my head or said I smelled, it hurt. But it could never hurt more than it did every day of my life just being me. I stayed because I thought if anyone could change me, could make me not me, it was you.
So, Oogway, this was the one destined to stop me?
A big, fat panda who treats it like a joke.
I probably sucked more today than anyone in the history of Kung Fu, in the history of China, in the history of sucking.
Probably. It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions. Who are you? And what do you want?
Work on your list of whys. Here's what we learn. If the why is powerful, the how is easy.
You're going to realize it one day. That happiness was never about your job or your degree or being in a relationship. Happiness was never about following in the footsteps of all of those who came before you. It was never about being like the others. One day you're going to see it. That happiness was always about the discovery, the hope, the listening to your heart, and following it wherever it chose to go. Happiness was always about being kinder to yourself. It was always about embracing the person you were becoming. One day you will understand that happiness was always about learning how to live with yourself, that your happiness was never in the hands of others,